Hey Trekkies, Dan Gunther here. Welcome to another episode of The Week in Trek, where I bring you all the week's news from the Star Trek universe.
Well, I think CBS will make their own announcement, and I think if you all will permit, we should let them do it.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time.
We all grew up with the Star Trek generation, so of course I'm a big fan.
Earlier this week, I brought you the news that it looks as though Michelle Yeoh has been cast in Star Trek Discovery. Today I have an update to that story thanks to some reporting from a number of Hollywood newspapers, including Deadline, reporting that Michelle Yeoh's role is as Captain Han Bo of the USS Shenzhou. Apparently, the starship Shenzhou plays a big role in the first season of Discovery, leading of course to a lot of speculation from Star Trek fans. What role will this ship play? How will it connect to the crew of the Starship Discovery? And when will we learn who else is on the show? Sound off in the comments below what you think of this story and who else you would like to see joining the cast of Star Trek Discovery. And I will of course have a link to the story from Deadline in the doobly-doo.
On November 22nd, resistance is futile. Star Trek, First Contact.
Well, this past week, Star Trek First Contact celebrated its 20th anniversary. Did you celebrate by watching this film? It is still highly regarded among Star Trek fans and is often listed as one of the franchise's most popular films. I remember seeing it in the theater and absolutely loving it. I find it really hard to believe it's been 20 years. Well, this week we also got some Eaglemoss Starship previews. The USS Saratoga, which was Commander Sisko's ship in the Deep Space Nine pilot episode Emissary. The Medusan Starship from the remastered Star Trek episode Is There in Truth No Beauty? As well as the next 4-pack of shuttles, including the Executive Shuttle from Star Trek VI, the Type 15 Shuttlepod and Type 7 Shuttlecraft from TNG, and the Shuttlepod from Star Trek Enterprise. I'm a big collector of the Eaglemoss Starships, and I would love nothing more than to do reviews of these really great ships on this channel. However, as I live in Canada, I get them a little later than most everyone else does. So instead, I'm going to direct you to Irish Trekkie's channel. He does a very in-depth review of each starship as it is released, and all of the specials. I've provided a link in the description to his channel. Go check them out. His reviews really are worth the watch. In book news, the past couple weeks' episodes of Literary Treks have produced some interesting discussions. First off is Literary Treks 169, in which Bruce Gibson, Matthew Rushing, and I talk about the second book in the Prey trilogy, The Jackal's Trick. Following that is Literary Treks 170, in which we talk about the New Frontier comic turnaround. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Dan Gunther. Be sure to check out the other videos on this channel, including episode reviews, Star Trek product reviews, and all the news from all corners of the Star Trek world. Also, be sure to check out the Star Trek Discovery News playlist, in which I've collected all the episodes in which I talk about news from Star Trek Discovery.